while, he could just be telling us something about the house, or that he's going to his country cabin this weekend and to keep an eye on things. But as soon as Mike walks back into our apartment, I can see by the look on his face that it's the thing that every tenant dreads. We gotta go. It's time to move out. I don't want to move out. Of all the many apartments I've lived in my life, this one feels the most like home and not just a stopping point. We live on the second floor of a two-family house, and our landlords were an older Italian couple. And about a mile away, I grew up on the second floor of a two-family house above an older Italian couple, my grandparents. And so maybe that's why this place feels so much like home. And Sal has decided, his wife passed away a couple of years ago during lockdown, and he's in questionable health, and he just doesn't want to rent a house anymore and be all alone in his apartment. He's afraid. And so he's going on to the next part of his journey, and he needs to get rid of the things that he doesn't need, and that's us. And so now it's my turn to go through our stuff and figure out what we don't need on the next part of our journey. So I start in the kitchen cabinets, and I start pulling everything out and wrapping it in newspaper and putting it in boxes. And we really need to downsize. We have too much stuff, and probably the next part we move into is going to be smaller. But how do I decide what to get rid of? We get so attached to our things. Do I get rid of the 6 hand-blown purple glass tumblers that we bought on an anniversary trip to Vermont? Do I get rid of my grandmother's Delft cake plate? While I'm packing things up, all this stuff is going through my mind about, like, maybe there's a way we can stay. Maybe when the new owners take over, we can offer them more money to just leave us in the apartment. Maybe I can chain myself to the front door and refuse to leave. So I pull down the mugs off the top shelf, and we have a lot of mugs, especially for 2 people who don't drink coffee. And most of them have like our favorite characters on them, like Batman and Pac-Man, and have been given to us by friends who wanted us to know that they know what we like, and they were thinking of us while they were walking through Target. So, but which of the 2 identical Batman mugs do I get rid of? Do I get rid of the Pac-Man mug? How about any of the 6 Snoopy mugs? And so I see 2 mugs that I know I can get rid of. They're these mugs that I bought when I moved into my first apartment in Boston, right outside of Kenmore Square when I was 18. We unpacked, my roommate and I unpacked, and I realized we don't have any mugs. Don't grown-ups have mugs? We need mugs. And so I went to the big Crate and Barrel that used to be in Harvard Square, and I find a purple and a gray mug that are affordable, and I buy them, I bring them home, and I unwrap them, and I put them in the cabinet, and I think, that's it, I'm an adult now, I got mugs. But neither of these mugs has held any liquid in at least 25 years because, you know, the Batman mugs, the Pac-Man mugs. And so I think, well, I can get rid of these. And I know how to because during lockdown, I spent a lot of time cleaning out closets and stuff. And the way I got rid of things was putting it out on the front stoop with a sign that says, free, please take, and everybody took. We got rid of our ice cream maker because it turns out you can buy ice cream already made. So, and we got rid of candles, we got rid of framed pictures, a deck of cards, and glasses. So I take the 2 mugs, I put them downstairs, and I put the sign. But then like a couple hours later, I start to think to myself, those mugs are a vital part of my story, my history, and I'm not really ready to part with them. Won't my university want them one day for the exhibit? These were the author's mugs when she lived in her very first apartment around the corner from Fenway Park before the Sox reversed the curse. And so I run downstairs because I'm not ready for any of this. I don't want to move. I don't want to get rid of my stuff. I don't want to get rid of my mugs. So I run downstairs to get them and wrap them precious and put them in the box. But when I get there, they're gone. The mugs have moved on to their new home, the next part of their journey. And that's when I realized it's time for me to do that too. Thank you.